What if I told you that one of the biggest reasons some people stay stuck isn't because they lack talent, money, or opportunities, but because they ignore tiny habits that quietly change everything? Now think about Japan, a country where people somehow manage to arrive before the meeting even starts, trains apologize for being late by less than a minute, and a convenience store cashier can hand you your change with the precision of a brain surgeon. Meanwhile, some of us celebrate leaving the house only 20 minutes later than we promised. So what's their secret? Is it higher intelligence? Better luck? Some mysterious ancient scroll hidden under Mount Fuji? Not quite. The truth is far less dramatic and far more powerful. Japan has spent generations building a culture around discipline, respect, consistency, and continuous improvement. These aren't flashy life hacks. They won't make you a millionaire overnight or turn you into a productivity robot by next Tuesday. But practice daily. They can completely transform the direction of your life. Here's the fascinating part. Many of these success secrets are so simple that you'll wonder why nobody ever taught them in school. Instead, many of us graduated knowing how to solve equations we'll never use, but nobody explained how to build habits that actually lead to success. In today's video, we're uncovering 25 Japanese success secrets that have helped shape one of the world's most admired cultures. Some of these ideas might challenge the way you think. Others may feel surprisingly uncomfortable because they expose habits we've all picked up without noticing. And don't make the mistake of thinking the best lesson comes first. It doesn't. The final secret is the one that quietly connects all the others, and once you understand it, you'll never look at success the same way again. So grab a cup of coffee or green tea. If you want to stay in the spirit of today's video, get comfortable, and let's discover the timeless Japanese success secrets that could genuinely change the way you live, work, and think. Part 1. The foundation. 1. They respect time like money. In Japan, time isn't just something you check on your phone, it's something you protect. Being 5 minutes early isn't considered showing off. It's simply being respectful. Arriving exactly on time is good. Arriving late, that means you've borrowed someone else's time without asking. Think about it. If someone took $5 out of your wallet every day, you'd notice pretty quickly. Yet many people casually waste 5 minutes of someone else's day as if it costs nothing. Those minutes add up. Picture to friends. One texts, "I'm almost there," while still searching for matching socks. The other has already arrived, ordered a drink, and is calmly waiting. We've all met both people. Some of us have even been both people. Successful people understand that every minute has value. They don't rush because they're panicking. They prepare because they respect both themselves and others. That's why many Japanese businesses are admired around the world, not because they're perfect, but because they're dependable. And here's something even more interesting. Wait until you hear what they think about excuses. 2. Small steps beat giant plans. Most people love giant goals. I'm going to read 100 books. I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day. 3 days later, they're back in bed negotiating with the alarm clock like it's a lawyer. Japan teaches a different approach through the philosophy of Kaizen, which means continuous improvement through small, steady steps. Instead of trying to change your whole life overnight, improve by just 1% every day. That sounds tiny, but tiny improvements become massive over time. Imagine going to the gym for just 15 minutes instead of promising yourself to exhausting hours. 15 minutes today becomes a habit. To impossible hours often become tomorrow's excuse. Success rarely arrives with fireworks. It usually sneaks in quietly, disguised as small daily decisions, repeated over and over again. 3. Discipline comes before motivation. Here's one of the biggest myths on the internet. You just need more motivation. No, you don't. If motivation were enough, every gym would be packed every February instead of every January. Japanese culture places discipline above emotion. They understand that feelings come and go. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you'll wonder if your pillow deserves another hour of your loyalty. The people who succeed aren't the ones who always feel motivated. They're the ones who keep going even when they don't. Ironically, action often creates motivation, not the other way around. Start working, and your energy grows. Keep waiting to feel ready, and tomorrow starts looking suspiciously like yesterday. And that's exactly why. The next secret explains why talented people often lose. 4. Consistency defeats talent. Talent is wonderful. Consistency is unstoppable. We've all seen incredibly gifted people who seemed destined for greatness, only to disappear because they stopped showing up. Then there's the ordinary person who quietly improves every day until everyone starts calling them naturally talented. It reminds us of the classic tortoise and the hare. The hare had speed, confidence, and probably a social media account full of motivational quotes. The tortoise simply kept moving. Guess who crossed the finish line first? Japanese success is built on that same principle. Show up, improve a little, repeat tomorrow. Talent may win attention, but consistency wins championships. 5. Finish what you start. One quality that stands out in Japan is the deep pride people take in completing their work well. Whether it's building a car, preparing sushi, crafting pottery, or sweeping a street, finishing with excellence matters. There's dignity in completing what you've started, instead of leaving everything half done. Many of us have a collection of unfinished projects books with bookmarks permanently stuck on page 23, online courses that end after lesson 2, and ambitious plans that somehow became future me's problem. But unfinished work rarely changes your life. Finished work does. A completed skill can earn an income. A completed book can change your thinking. A completed project can open doors you never expected. The lesson is simple but powerful. Don't just start with excitement, finish with excellence. Because in the end, people rarely remember who started first. They remember who stayed committed long enough to finish. Part 2. The mindset. 6. Live below your means. Here's a question that might sting a little. Do you own your lifestyle? Or does your lifestyle own you? One of the quiet success secrets found throughout Japan is the habit of living below your means. It's not about pretending to be poor or refusing to enjoy life. It's about spending with intention instead of trying to impress people who probably aren't paying attention anyway. Think about it. Some people get a salary increase on Friday and somehow become financially stressed by Monday. The bigger the paycheck, the bigger the shopping cart. It's like their bank account and online stores have a secret agreement. Many successful Japanese families take a different approach. They save first, spend carefully, and avoid unnecessary debt whenever possible. They understand that real wealth isn't how expensive your watch looks, it's how peaceful you sleep at night knowing your bills are under control. Because the greatest luxury isn't owning everything, it's needing less. 7. Silence is powerful. We live in a world where everyone seems to have an opinion about everything. Someone eats breakfast, there's a debate. Someone buys a new phone, there's a debate. Someone says pineapple belongs on pizza. Suddenly the internet becomes a battlefield. In Japanese culture, silence is often seen as a sign of wisdom and self-control, not weakness. Listening carefully before speaking shows respect and helps avoid unnecessary conflict. Have you noticed that the loudest person in the room isn't always the smartest? Sometimes the quietest person is observing, learning, and understanding things everyone else is too busy talking to notice. Silence creates space for better decisions. It allows emotions to settle and wisdom to rise. As the saying goes, it's hard to hear new ideas when you're busy listening to your own voice. 8. Learn before speaking. One habit that separates successful people from average people is curiosity. Instead of trying to sound like the smartest person in the room, they ask questions, they observe, they learn. Imagine walking into a meeting and acting like an expert after watching one 5-minute video online. We've all seen that confidence. It's impressive. Until someone asks the second question, The Japanese mindset encourages lifelong humility. You don't lose respect by admitting you don't know something. You gain respect by being willing to learn. The smartest people aren't those who have all the answers. They're the ones who never stop asking better questions. Knowledge grows when curiosity is stronger than pride. 9. Respect everyone. One of the most admired parts of Japanese culture is the respect shown to others, regardless of status or profession. The CEO deserves respect. The janitor deserves respect. The waiter, the bus driver, the cleaner, the security guard, they all deserve respect because every honest job contributes to society. Success isn't measured by how politely you treat powerful people. It's measured by how kindly you treat people who have nothing to offer you in return. Anyone can be polite when they're trying to impress someone important. Character is revealed when nobody is watching. Respect costs nothing, but it can open doors that money never will. 10. Never stop learning. If there's one lesson that ties all the others together, it's this: never believe you've finished growing. Japan's culture values continuous learning at every stage of life. Whether someone is 20 or 70, there's always another skill to master, another book to read, another perspective to understand. The moment you think, I already know enough, you've quietly closed the door to future success. The world changes too quickly for yesterday's knowledge to guarantee tomorrow's opportunities. The people who thrive are those who remain curious, adaptable, and willing to improve. So read more, listen more, observe more, ask better questions. Every new lesson becomes another tool that your future self will be grateful to have. Because success isn't reserved for the smartest people, it's reserved for those who keep learning long after everyone else has stopped. And now we're entering the habits that quietly make people wealthy. The next 5 success secrets reveal how ordinary financial decisions, repeated consistently, can produce extraordinary results over time. Part 3. Money and Success. 11. Save before spending. Here's a simple question. When your paycheck arrives, who gets paid first? For many people, it's the online shopping cart, then the food delivery app, then that limited time offer they absolutely didn't need. By the end of the month, the bank account looks like it has survived a natural disaster. One of Japan's timeless financial habits is to save before spending. Instead of waiting to see what's left at the end of the month, which is often about enough to buy a chewing gum, they set money aside first. Whatever remains becomes the spending budget. It's not about being stingy. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Remember, saving isn't what wealthy people do after they become rich. It's one of the habits that helps them get there. 12. Quality beats quantity. Have you ever bought something cheap because it was a great deal, only to replace it a few months later? Congratulations, you've just paid twice. Japanese culture has long admired craftsmanship and quality. Whether it's clothing, furniture, tools, or everyday products, buying fewer things that last longer often saves more money in the long run. This idea applies to life as well. Would you rather have 50 shallow friendships or 5 loyal friends? Would you rather read one life-changing book carefully or collect 100 books you've never opened? Quality beats quantity almost every time. After all, one excellent decision is worth more than 10 careless ones. 13. Master one skill. Here's a mistake many people make. On Monday, they're learning graphic design. Tuesday, it's cryptocurrency. Wednesday, they're becoming fitness coaches. Thursday, they're opening an online store. By Friday, they're watching videos titled, How to Become a Millionaire Without Doing Anything. Success doesn't usually reward scattered attention. Japanese professionals often spend years mastering one craft before moving to the next challenge. They understand that depth creates value. Imagine digging 50 shallow holes looking for water. You'll get tired, dirty, and frustrated. Dig one deep well, and you'll eventually find what you're looking for. Master one valuable skill so well that people think of your name when they need excellence. 14. Patience creates wealth. We live in a world that wants everything instantly. Instant coffee, instant delivery, instant fame. Instant six-pack ABS in just 7 days. Unfortunately, life didn't get that memo. Japanese success stories often span decades, not weeks. Businesses are built carefully. Skills are refined patiently. Investments are allowed to grow over time. Real wealth behaves more like planting a tree than microwaving popcorn. The tree takes time, care, and consistency. But once it matures, it provides shade and fruit for years. Impatience makes people quit just before progress begins. Patience keeps them going long enough to enjoy the harvest. 15. Reputation is better than advertising. Imagine two restaurants standing side by side. The first has giant flashing signs, loud music, fireworks, and a billboard claiming it's the best restaurant in the universe. The second has no drama at all. Customers quietly line up outside every single day because everyone who eats there tells their friends how amazing it is. Which one would you trust? Many successful Japanese businesses have earned worldwide respect not because they shouted the loudest, but because they consistently delivered excellent products and service. Your reputation is your invisible business card. It enters the room before you do. People may forget your sales pitch. They may forget your business logo, but they'll always remember how you made them feel and whether you kept your promises. That's why trust is one of the most valuable assets anyone can build. Once people believe in your character, opportunities begin finding you instead of you chasing every opportunity. And here's where things become even more fascinating. The next lesson completely changed how many Japanese companies became global giants. Part 4. Daily Habits. 16. Clean your environment. Have you ever looked around your room and thought, I'll clean it tomorrow? Then tomorrow arrives, and somehow tomorrow's version of you makes the exact same promise. In Japan, cleanliness isn't just about appearances, it's a reflection of discipline and respect. That's why you'll often see people taking pride in keeping schools, workplaces, and public spaces clean. The idea is simple. When your environment is organized, your mind becomes clearer too. Think of your desk like your brain. If your desk looks like it lost a fight with a tornado, your thoughts may feel just as scattered. Cleaning isn't glamorous. Nobody hands out trophies for folding laundry or organizing a bookshelf. But these small actions build self-discipline, and self-discipline spills over into every other area of life. Sometimes the fastest way to clear your mind is to clear your room. 17. Keep promises. Your words are like checks. If they keep bouncing, people stop accepting them. One of the strongest qualities admired in Japanese culture is honoring commitments. Whether it's arriving on time, finishing a project, or simply calling someone back when you said you would, keeping your word builds trust. We've all heard someone confidently say, "Don't worry, I'll send it tonight." 3 weeks later, they're still about to send it. People don't remember how many promises you made. They remember how many promises you kept. Your reputation grows every time your actions match your words. 18. Be reliable. Talent might get you noticed. Reliability keeps you employed. Imagine you're choosing between 2 employees. The first is brilliant but disappears whenever responsibility knocks. The second may not be the smartest person in the office, but they're always prepared, always dependable, and always finish what they start. Who would you trust with an important project? Exactly. Japanese businesses have earned global respect because customers know what to expect. Consistency creates confidence. People love surprises on their birthday. They don't love surprises when they're waiting for an important deadline. Be the person others can count on, especially when life becomes difficult. Reliability is a superpower that never goes out of style. 19. Practice gratitude. It's easy to spend life focusing on what's missing. A bigger house, a better car, a higher salary, a vacation somewhere with water, so blue it looks edited. But gratitude changes your perspective. Many Japanese traditions encourage appreciating everyday blessings: family, health, food, nature, and the simple moments that often go unnoticed. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop chasing your dreams. It means you stop ignoring the blessings you've already received. Ironically, the happiest people aren't always the ones who have the most, They're often the ones who appreciate the most. A grateful heart sees opportunities that a complaining heart completely overlooks. 20. Prepare before opportunity comes. Here's a funny truth about life. Many people pray for opportunities while spending all day watching videos titled, "How to Become Successful Without Working." Then they wonder why success never knocks. Imagine walking into a job interview. The interviewer asks, "Why should we hire you?" You confidently reply, "Well, I was actually hoping you'd tell me." Interview over. Japanese culture teaches preparation before the big moment arrives. Students study before exams. Athletes train before competitions. Businesses plan before launching products. Preparation is what allows ordinary people to appear extraordinary when opportunity finally shows up. Success loves people who are already ready, because when opportunity knocks, it rarely waits outside while you search for your shoes. And now we've reached the final chapter. The last 5 secrets are the ones most people ignore, and they may be the most powerful. These are the habits that separate temporary success from a truly meaningful and lasting life. Part 5. The Elite Habits. 21. Protect your health. Imagine becoming incredibly wealthy only to spend all your money trying to buy back the health you ignored. Doesn't sound like a great investment, does it? One of Japan's greatest strengths is the value placed on health through everyday habits. Walking more, eating balanced meals, staying active, and avoiding excess aren't just trends, they're part of a long-term lifestyle. Your body is the only home you'll live in for your entire life. You can replace a phone, you can replace a car, you can even replace a job, but you don't get a brand new body delivered with free shipping. Success means very little if you're too exhausted or unhealthy to enjoy it. So protect your health like it's your greatest investment, because it is. 22. Learn from failure without complaining. Let's be honest, nobody enjoys failing, but successful people treat failure differently. Some people fail once and immediately announce retirement from their dreams. I tried exercising for 3 days. It didn't work. I guess fitness just isn't for me. Really? That's like planting a seed today and getting angry tomorrow because it hasn't grown into a forest. Japanese culture encourages reflection instead of endless complaining. When something goes wrong, the question isn't who's to blame. It's, what can I learn from this? Every mistake carries a lesson, but only for those willing to look for it. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Very often, it's the classroom where success is quietly being prepared. 23. Stay humble after success. Success has a funny way of testing people. Some climb one small hill and suddenly start acting like they own the entire mountain. True greatness, however, is usually quiet. One of the most respected qualities in Japan is humility. No matter how skilled or successful someone becomes, there's often a willingness to keep learning, to keep improving, and to treat others with kindness. Humility doesn't make you think less of yourself. It simply reminds you that there's always more to learn and someone else to learn from. The strongest trees are loaded with fruit, yet their branches bend low. The same is true for truly successful people. 24. Build relationships, not just riches. Money can buy many things. It can buy a beautiful house. It can buy a luxury car. It can even buy the latest gadgets. But it cannot buy genuine trust, loyalty, or lifelong friendship. Japanese society places enormous value on cooperation, respect, and long-term relationships. People understand that lasting success is rarely achieved alone. Think about it. Opportunities often arrive through people. Advice comes from people. Encouragement comes from people. Even your favorite restaurant probably exists because a friend recommended it. Invest in people as carefully as you invest in your finances, because when life becomes difficult, and it eventually will, strong relationships become more valuable than a full wallet. 25. Become better than yesterday. And now we've reached the final secret, the one that quietly ties everything together. You don't have to be better than everyone else. You only need to become a little better than the person you were yesterday. That single idea lies at the heart of Japan's philosophy of continuous self-improvement. Every small habit you've learned today points to this truth. Respect your time. Improve a little each day. Stay disciplined. Keep learning. Protect your health. Honor your word. Stay humble. None of these habits will transform your life overnight, but together, practice consistently, they can completely change your future. Remember, extraordinary lives are rarely built through one dramatic moment. They're built through thousands of ordinary decisions made with extraordinary consistency. So don't leave this video inspired for just 5 minutes. Choose one habit, practice it today, then another tomorrow. A year from now, you'll look back and realize that the biggest change in your life didn't begin with luck, money, or perfect timing. It began with one small decision to become just a little better than yesterday. And that, perhaps, is the greatest Japanese success secret of all. So, here we are, the end of our journey through 25 Japanese success secrets. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That already says something about you. While some people clicked away after 30 seconds because their attention span was defeated by a notification about a cat riding a skateboard, you stayed until the end. That's the kind of consistency we've been talking about all along. Now think about everything we've covered. Respect your time. Take small daily steps. Choose discipline over excuses. Be consistent. Finish what you start. Live below your means. Listen more than you speak. Keep learning. Respect everyone. Protect your reputation. Stay healthy. Learn from failure. Remain humble. Build meaningful relationships. And every single day, become just a little better than yesterday. Notice something. None of these habits require you to be born into a wealthy family. None require a genius-level IQ. None require winning the lottery, knowing the right celebrity, or discovering some magical shortcut hidden on the internet. Because success isn't luck, it isn't talent, it isn't where you're born, it's the habits you repeat every single day. The truth is, your future isn't being decided once a year by a huge life-changing event. It's being shaped quietly by hundreds of tiny decisions you barely notice. Every time you choose discipline over procrastination, learning over excuses, gratitude over complaining, or saving over unnecessary spending, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Remember, nobody wakes up one morning and accidentally becomes successful. Just like nobody accidentally runs a marathon, does spending every evening arguing with the television remote. Great lives are built intentionally, one habit, one choice, one day at a time. Japan didn't become respected overnight. It happened through millions of ordinary people doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Now imagine where your life could be 1 year from today if you genuinely committed to practicing even 5 of these habits every single day. You might earn more money. You might become healthier. You might build stronger relationships. You might discover confidence you never knew you had. Or you might simply become the kind of person who keeps promises, solves problems, and inspires everyone around them. And honestly, that's a success no amount of money can replace. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our growing community here on Global Elegance Code, where we uncover timeless wisdom, elegant lifestyles, and powerful habits from cultures around the world. Now tell us in the comments, which of these 25 Japanese success secrets will you start practicing today? Because your new life doesn't begin next Monday. It doesn't begin next year. It begins with the very next decision you make.